Hey, welcome to Cooking with Kids. I'm Deanna from MacArthur Library, and today we're going to make a delicious and super easy blueberry cinnamon coffee cake. So, I like to cook a lot of things from scratch, but sometimes I just need something quick and easy, and I don't have a lot of time or I don't have the energy to make something from scratch. So, this is a great recipe to try. Super easy, and we're going to use some ingredients that you might be familiar with, and then we're going to elevate that and boost it to a whole different level. So today we're going to use one of my favorite things, Grand's cinnamon rolls. These are so good just to pop them in the oven and make them as they are, but this recipe is going to make you love them even more. All right, so what you do is you start off. First thing you're going to do is wash your hands. I have already done that. Always have clean hands when you're cooking. Then preheat your oven. This recipe you're going to bake at 350. So I've already started my oven here behind us. And then you need a round pan. It would work in a square pan too. Any type of pan that's about the size of a cake pan. I've done it in a casserole dish. It's fine. And then you're going to spray your pan. So I just have some cooking spray. Give that a little shake. You're going to spray your pan. Ready? Not a whole lot, but just, kind of give it so that your goodies don't stick to the bottom of your pan. So I have my pan. My oven is preheated. My hands are clean. We're ready to go. So after you open the hardest part of this recipe is opening this can. Seriously. You peel the paper off and then, you're supposed to pop it. And it never pops the way it's supposed to. And then when it does, it kind of scares you. So seriously, hardest part, opening the can. I've already done that, so I don't have to embarrass myself on film. So after you open it, you have 5 of these guys. What you're going to do is cut this into 6 pieces. So I've done that for most of these. My oven is preheated. I've done that for most of these. So you're going to cut it into these nice chunks of cinnamon bun. So we're just going to cut one up so you can see how I did that. I'm going to angle so here is my whole cinnamon bun. I'm going to do one cut down the middle. And then I'm just going to kind of cut it in thirds. So 2 cuts across. Then you have your 6 pieces. And so what tends to happen a little bit is it's a hot day, so it's not happening, of course, but these tend to fall off. So what I do after I cut it is I just give it a little squish, just to kind of hold it together, just a tiny little squish. And that holds them together a little better when you're going to transfer them in the pan. All right, so I have my already greased pan, and then no special science to this. You're just going to spread these out in the pan. So easy, and already smells delicious. I'm not even baking it yet. So it's going to look like your pan is not super full, but when this bakes, it poofs up and rises. So it's going to take up all the room in here eventually. So there, I have all my little chunkies in the pan, right? Right? So easy so far, right? Right, I'm done cutting, so I'm going to get rid of this cutting board. Okay, the next thing you're going to need is 1 cup of blueberries. I love blueberries, so you can see we talked about in our last cooking lesson that we level off when we're measuring flour or sugar. But with stuff like fruit, you can play with it a little bit. And I like mine to be extra fruity. So you can see this is a little more than a cup. It's mounded up a little bit, and that's totally fine. Then you're just going to sprinkle these in randomly on top of your cinnamon buns. Okay. Just delicious. It looks good already, doesn't it? All right, so you try to spread them out evenly. I hope you can see this. All right, then in a separate bowl, we're going to mix 4 tablespoons of butter that you've melted. So I melted 4 tablespoons of butter in my microwave. It took about 40 seconds. So if you're doing that, I would set it for 30 seconds maybe, and then check it. Mine took about 40 seconds. And then 1/3 cup of brown sugar. And then you're going to mix this together. This is what's going to make it be a really ooey gooey cinnamony treat for you. So you just want to mix it. Brown sugar can be really lumpy, and we don't want lumpy brown sugar. You don't want to bite into it and have it crunch between your teeth. And so the warm butter really helps to get the lumps out of the cinnamon. Also, I'm going to teach you a little trick here with the cinnamon. So then you just dump this all over your coffee cake mixture that's already in there. I'm just going to drizzle that on there. And then once you do this step, you're going to put it in the oven. And it takes 25 or 30 minutes to bake. You can tell because this starts to brown up a little bit. And it rises up. And yeah, 25 minutes to 30 minutes in the oven. And then you take it out, and this fantastic frosting comes with your Grands. It's right in with it comes right in there. And so after this is done, I let mine cool for a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and then I drizzle my frosting on. And it's amazing. And I'm going to post a picture of this in the comments so that you can see what my finished product looks like. So what I was going to tell you about the brown sugar is, have you ever gone to measure your brown sugar and you get your measuring cup in there and it's like a rock? You can't get it out. So you can pick these up at, I've seen them at Rennie's. I'm coming back to you now. I've seen them at Rennie's or cooking stores. I think I paid $2 for this. It's terracotta, so like the material of a plant pot. And you soak this in water and you keep it in your brown sugar. And it is so soft, so beautiful, no problems. The other thing you can do is just put a piece of bread, like a heel of a bread, white bread in there, and put your lid on, and that will also keep your brown sugar soft. So that's your helpful hint for the day. So I'm going to bake this. I'm going to frost it, and then I'm going to take a picture, and I will post that in the comment section below this video. Below this video. There you go. So I hope you enjoy it. Let me know, and I'll be back next week with another recipe for you. Take care and have a great weekend.